Afternoon. My name is Adam, and our 12 o'clock lightning presentation, well, it's just begun. Before we start the program, however, I do have a couple of quick announcements. The first thing I want to let you know is that during this presentation, we'll be making some real-life lightning. Really give you a little brief introduction, or I should say a little bit of a taste of what we're going to be investigating for the next 20 minutes or so. So, I'm going to try to think. Turn down the light.
Oh, that scared me.
Here with the call on. First of all, we can't mind going back to your city looking a little bit different than how you came up here.
Really?
Now, there's something special about the home here. That's something that I'll share with the rest of the people here. I think you're going to do well, right?
Yeah.
Happy birthday. You stand right over there for me. You don't get
Alright, don't die.
There we go.
Hi, Brad. He's such a good volunteer.
Everett, the reason I called you up here. I called you up here because what I'd like to do is I'm going to help me show the audience here how we can separate electric charges. Okay? So I'm going to separate your electric charges. Okay? That's great. So I'm going to take some of the charges that hold your body together and put them somewhere else. That's okay? You have any idea what I'm talking about? Your hair. Definitely has to do with your hair. Now to do this though, I have to hook you up to something special. A little piece of wood. We like to call it glue. Right? So I'm going to blow up a little balloon here.
Guinea pig.
Hope you like pink.
Alright.
Now the thing about balloons is balloons, well, they're made of atoms, right? Different kinds of atoms than what we are made out of. And it turns out that when two different kinds of materials come in contact with each other, or start rubbing around with each other, one of those kinds of materials, or one of those materials, has the ability to steal those negative electric charges from the other material. Right? So you obviously have to use a balloon, right? Good. So I'm going to start rubbing this balloon in your hair.
Go, Fred.
The balloon starts to steal the negative electric charges from Brent's hair, right? So the balloon has extra negative charge, and so we can say the balloon is, well, negatively charged. Now his hair, since it's losing negative charge, has more positive charge than negative charge. So his hair is now positively charged. Now we separate the charges, we have unbalanced them, and we start setting up an electric force. And we start noticing the effects of the electric force. Think for a second that his hair, now we're with the hair, or the balloon, his hair is bound to fall. And go to one side, or the other. His hair is attracted to the balloon. Now the strength of this attraction here depends on two things. How much of that charge I have just separated, and the distance. So we notice the further I pull the balloon away, his hair starts to fall down. This is bringing the balloon closer again. His hair is just going to jump right back up towards him. Now I can do this all day long. But I can't because of other things to talk about, so thank you very much. For instance, ability to take away from each other or repel. Now you may find this pretty similar to another force you might be a little familiar with, which is magnetism. We all see these pushes and these pulls of magnetism. When we have all the same kind of poles together on a magnet, all north poles or all south poles, they'll push together. But as soon as we have opposite poles, the north pole and south pole, they'll pull together. Right? Now, this is kind of what goes up on a thundercloud. Now, the thunderclouds are when we don't have hair and balloons, but what we do have are particles of water, ice, dust, and some other things up there. And as the air pushes these particles around, they'll start colliding with each other, and that's how we're going to be able to start separating all these electric charges. And those negatively charged particles will go to one part of the cloud, and those positively charged particles will go to another part of the cloud. And eventually, we can separate enough charge that those negative electric charges will be able to push through the air, producing the lightning bolt, which we're all pretty familiar with. Now, the thing about air, however, is that while the air just doesn't let these electric charges move through it, the electric charges have a difficult time to move through the air. Gentlemen, thank you. a difficult time to move through the air. Air is an insulator. And we know air is an insulator. We can test this out at home. If you go home today, what you can do is do a little experiment and walk through your house. And as you're walking through your house, walk by an electrical outlet. And as you're walking by that outlet, notice. Those rubber tires have nothing to do with it. They have nothing to do with it. But that's another reason a car is safe if it's struck by lightning.
Isn't that tire? He's getting in a bird cage. Are you like fake or something?
Or a large metal bird cage type thing. Now you have to ask yourself, why would I want to surround myself by metal? Your electricity at home? Well, those electric charges travel through the metal wires in your house, right?
Dude.
So why would I want to surround myself if the electric charges have an easy time to move through? Well, two things make this pretty special. And the first part is, well, you're completely surrounded by metal, top, sides, and bottom. Right? Now, the second part of this, well, it's the lightning itself. Now, because lightning is very strong and changes very quickly, it's going to produce a changing magnetic force as well. Right? And those changing forces are going to help push those negative electric charges to the outside surface of that enclosure. That's what we call the skin effect, right? Because it's in the outside surface. So here on the inside, I should be completely safe. Even if it's already touching the inside surface, as my cage is being struck by lightning. How many of you believe me? I don't believe someone because they say something's true. We need to do some experiments and gather some evidence. Would you like some evidence?
Yeah? No. What's he playing?
I want to zoom in.
There you go.
You stick your hand on the outside. Oh God.
Oh, God.